you all have changed since then?
We have finished the story,
Okay.
so now we are building the every levels of the game, and yeah, adding new content and new features to the game to add more things that the player will enjoy.
Gotcha. I remember that light was, fundamental when y'all did the concept. I would assume that really hasn't changed.
No, not at all.
That is still one of the main
Yeah.
things. But what are some of the additional mechanics to the game?
We work more on the humans enemy because we've worked a lot on the rats that
Right,
are
right.
our main thing.
Yeah,
And
y'all
now
got that down.
Yeah. And we are building up this three things: light versus rat versus humans, and going further into those mechanics.
Got it. So for the people that aren't familiar with The Plague's Tale, what kind of game is it at its foundation?
It's a third-person action-adventure game that is really story-driven.
Got it.
So it's narrative experience before everything.
Got it. And it's not a stealth game, correct?
There's a bit of stealth into it because you play Amicia and she's 14. She's
Yes.
not a soldier at all. And they will have to survive and face danger. And for that, sometimes they will have to go stealth.
Got it. So the story is complete. And you just mentioned the lead character, and we see like a little kid that's with her.
It's
And
Hugo, our little brother.
Got it.
And he's
so,
5.
So the majority of the game is focused on those two characters
Yes.
and trying to survive this particular situation. But without giving away too much, what is their goal other than survival?
At the beginning of the game, their family is slaughtered by the Inquisition, and they are pushed on the road because they had to flee the castle they were living in. And they just have no goal at the beginning, or almost no goal. They just try to find someone that can help them, or a new place where they can live to figure out what is happening. So it's really a discovery about they will discover the world, basically discover what is happening outside because they were kept apart as a noble. They were living aside from the society. So
Right.
So it's really about that, the discovery of the world.
Gotcha. And what about the enemies that they come across? Other than like the rats, what about the human characters? Why are they the enemy?
Humans are, and it's based on some historical facts we have found.
Yeah.
Because of this new plague arriving in the country, those rats eating everyone, people start to be a bit, how to say that, paranoid, and don't consider strangers as good things.
Got it.
So they will get hunted by almost everyone they will cross into the game.
Gotcha. What has been one of the most challenging parts of the development process for A Plague's Tale?
Two things: having a story that sounds true,
Yes.
that sounds right to our character. We want really to have believable characters and
Yeah. Believable, impactful.
yeah.
Yeah.
with tangible emotion. You can believe in that, and you understand why they react like that, and it's a real challenge to try to build that.
Right.
And the second thing will be more technical. It's those rats and the lights mechanic we play with.
Got it.
We have up to 5,000 rats displayed on the screen at the same time that we manage with
Oh my goodness.
AI,
5,000.
behavior, pathfinding, and everything.
That's wild.
It was quite a challenge to
Yeah.
have that.
Gotcha. And what engine is it built on?
It's our own engine.
It's your own engine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
proprietary. Awesome.
Yeah, because we wanted to choose where we want to put technical forces, and it was easier to do that on our engine than any other engine.
Gotcha. And you said that the reception here has been pretty good at E3. Could you tell us some of the things that you've heard when people come away from it? Because it's not hands-on, not yet. People have been watching a hands-off demo of an actual level from the game, but what have they been taking away from it?
The thing I like the most is at the end of the demo, people are just breathing. They breath again.
Yes.
It was.
It was an intense moment.
Yeah,
like,
an
okay.
intense moment.
Yeah, holding
And,
their breath, making sure that they survive and everything.
and often I'm making a joke about that because I see the look on their face, and it's what I like the most is people are enjoying and feeling this thing we wanted to build. Being in a tense situation and caring for those characters.
Gotcha. So, like, fear is fear a focus for A Plague's Tale? Like, it's definitely not a horror game, but how do you use fear?
It's not really about there's a bit of scary thing with the rats. Of course,
Yeah,
they are
5,000
eating,
rats. Yeah.
they are eating everyone, everything they can find. So there's some things that are not super visually nice. I would say.
Right. Yeah. I get it.
But we are not playing too much with the fear or things like that. We again, as they are young, and we don't want to dive into supernatural things, or it doesn't feel right when we go too far into the boo effect or things like that. It's not
the supernatural elements. It's not what you're going for.
No, we try to keep that as grounded as possible. This is why our medieval is a realistic medieval, not a fantasy medieval.
Got it. So you're definitely going to come across some humans that you're not a fan of that you'll have to avoid or fight against. Are there going to be NPCs that can help you out or that you help out other than just your two characters that you control?
Yeah, they will meet people on their journey that will maybe join us for a time. But there will be a few people, but some often it will be children most of the time.
Gotcha. Working together.
Yes.
Gotcha. And how are the mechanics as far as controlling your main character? Because you have that one, her little brother with her. How do those mechanics interact?
There's two things. Amicia can ask you go to stay somewhere, but if she go for too long, he will start to panic. Ultimately, he can call for her, so it can attract enemies around.
Right.
So you have to manage the frightening level of your little brother.
Right.
You cannot let him in
Just
the middle of
by
the
himself.
rats and say, "It will be fine." No, it won't be fine.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty dangerous situation to be in.
But sometimes you will have to do that, to cooperate, like interact with something somewhere and ask him to do something else somewhere else. So open a path for him while you do something else. There's a huge part of cooperation between those two characters.
Gotcha. With the other NPCs the other kids, is it going to be a similar kind of interaction with them?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And of course, you don't want to give away how many.
No.
You don't want to ruin that. But for the Plague Tale, also, I think when I checked it out last year, it was just called the Plague Tale, and you added the Innocence part to it.
Yeah, it was feeling right.
It felt right.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know. It feels like it adds another layer to it. Especially when you have these kids that you're focused on trying to survive this situation. Were there any roots or inspirations from other projects that kind of inspired the atmosphere, the vibe of a Plague Tale?
It can sound weird, but we've looked a lot at Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
Okay, gotcha. I'm very
because
familiar.
we love the emotion they can convey between those two characters without speaking at all or speaking intelligible language. And it was a good inspiration because they're succeeding in staying true to their character without speaking at all, and it was an insane journey. We loved that game.
Big key, and being quiet in this is definitely a key to the experience. So I definitely see the parallels there. Brother is a very good game, and I'm looking forward to trying out a Plague Tale. About the length of the game, is there kind of like a length y'all are going for, something y'all have etched in stone already?
We aim for 12 hours.
Okay.
For the main pass. You have a bit of exploration, and it will take around 15 hours. So
Gotcha.
Between 12 and 15 hours.
Is there kind of like an inspiration to play through it again, like approaching things different kinds of ways within the mechanics?
Sorry?
Like if someone were to play it and finish it, is there an inspiration to play through it again and like try different pathways or anything like that?
I don't know. A part of me hope for no.
Yes.
It can sound weird, but I think it's an emotional journey. And
Understood.
when you felt it one time, if you go back, maybe it will be damaged. So I don't know.
Gotcha. But the narrative is key. So you hit those
Yes.
emotional points that you've gotten the experience that y'all intended to create.
Yeah, maybe you will replay it to understand really what was happening, because there's a lot of... we try to hint a lot about the big plot that is behind
Right.
through the game since the beginning.
Mhm.
So there's a second reading that can be possible for that, so it can be interesting for
Okay, that's awesome. Do y'all have a release window for the game?
first half of next year.
For the alpha?
First half of
First half of next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Oh, awesome. That's sooner than I expected. That's pretty great. Good.
I hope that we
Gotcha. So where can people find more information about A Plague Tale?
we've released a nice trailer you've seen, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe next time at the Gamescom in Germany or Paris Games Week.
Okay, and I think we should have somebody out there. So, is it going to be playable at Gamescom?
Uh,
Can't tell me yet.
Eventually.
I hope so. But thank you for talking to me about Plague Tale. It sounds like a wonderful game. I can't
Thank you.
wait to see the full experience.
Thank you.
But everyone, that has been a Plague's Tale. I hope y'all like what y'all have seen. There's going to be a lot more information in the future. Maybe at Gamescom we're going to find out some new information. The release is going to be in the first half of 2019, so look out for that. And thank you for watching. We've got some more stuff coming up with Shaq News at E3 2018.